And let's talk the latest NBA rumors, specifically about Donovan Mitchell and his trade situation with the Utah Jazz. So interesting, and I won't say who it is because I think this is comical. So we reported 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago now, that the Jazz were not interested in R.J. Barrett, that they did not want to pay R.J.'s contract extension, which is coming up here any moment. He is going to get a max extension on his rookie deal, and the Jazz didn't want to pay that max extension, so they told the Knicks that they weren't interested. Were the Knicks trying to trade him? I don't know. Let's not have a fight over it today, Knick fan. But a national media member this morning reported the Jazz aren't interested in R.J. Barrett. Because they don't want to pay a contract extension to R.J. Barrett. The latest is that there is no latest. The Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell are business as usual. And I don't believe in trying to figure this out over the last few days. I was told yesterday that the Knicks and the Jazz have not talked in about 5 days. So there has been no movement because the Knicks and the Jazz haven't had substantive conversations over the last 5 days. Now, does that mean the deal's dead? It certainly does not. But I think you're in the middle of a cooling off period, Jake, and I think that's probably exactly what needed to happen with this deal.
Yeah, and I think when they come back to the table or when they, continue conversations, it'll pick back up right where it was. I legitimately believe that, and I think that we heard the reports that Leon Rose was frustrated, that, Danny Ainge wouldn't come off of his price, and I will just keep saying, I don't think Danny Ainge should come off his price. I don't think Danny Ainge should compromise. The Knicks want Donovan Mitchell. There's a price for that, and I think that Donovan Mitchell is a guy you can build around. There's no doubt about that. I think that belief is widely shared in the NBA, and I think that Danny Ainge is more than happy to retool a team around Don. But if you're going to bring him some ridiculous offer that he can't turn down or would be stupid to turn down, then obviously he's going to talk to you. And that's where I think we were with the Knicks. I don't think, everyone's saying, a week ago, oh, well, they want to trade Donovan Mitchell. They're trying to trade Donovan Mitchell. They're calling everybody. No, they're not. They're not calling everybody. They haven't been calling everybody. Teams have been calling them. It's Danny is just doing his job, man. Is he not supposed to answer?
Well, I think, again, and one of our Jazz sources told us Danny would be irresponsible if we did not have those conversations.
Yeah.
If the Knicks are calling you, offering, as you said, like 6 picks and 3 players, or even four picks, 2 players, and a vet to make the deal work, how are you not having that conversation? You might not make that trade, but you've got to answer the phone to talk about that. So I think the bottom line is that the Jazz and the Knicks are no closer today than they were a week ago. But I don't think that means the deal won't get done. We were in the hot tub last night, and Mrs. Monty was saying, well, hey, what's the deadline on a deal like this? And you know what? There is no deadline.
Nope.
You would think that when training camp opens, I want to say on September 25th, that'd kind of be an imaginary deadline of sorts. You're not going to have Donovan Mitchell in training camp for a week and then trade him. Mm-hmm. So my guess is if this deal's not done by mid-September, it probably doesn't get done. That's 6 weeks. That's a hell of a long time. So the answer is I don't know. But my feeling is that eventually Donovan Mitchell is going to get traded to the Knicks. I would guess 90-10 he goes to training camp with the Jazz.
Yeah.
That's a guess. That is purely speculation. I just think the Knicks don't have an appetite to give up what it would take to get Donovan Mitchell at this point.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. Let's get some of your comments in here. Arlington Bears. Can I just went, that hurts me.
Arlington Bears. You should change your name to the Superdome Bears because that's what they're talking about doing.
He's mentioning the Chicago Bears, who bought land at the old Arlington Park racetrack. Mrs. Monty and I have had many days at Arlington Park betting on the ponies. And now it's potentially going to be the new home of the Chicago Bears. But Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, suggested that they put a dome on current Soldier Field. And I just want to say, hell no.
You don't get it if you think that putting a dome on Soldier Field is a good idea. That is not how Chicago operates.
You cannot. And of course, and I appreciate that. My one of my friends in the NBA who's clearly watching the show said that it's hysterical that this dude reports your stuff like 2 weeks later.
That
happens all the time. It is what it is. I do appreciate
You know, and this
that.
is the thing about the NBA right now, and I think for the media, just generally speaking, it is a bit frustrating. Like, the NBA is on pause right now. There's like literally nothing happening. So what do you do?
By the way, Arlington Bears says, fellas, I'm calling my shot for the second time. $1 billion later, and I will be a signature sponsor of the Monty Show.
Let's go, man.
$1 billion later.
Hey, listen, we're
yeah,
we're right,
tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock,
sure.
we'll talk about $1 billion
Right,
sponsorships.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Oh, my God. Dop Hop says, the Grocock joke has paid off for so long. No regrets. Ha. Exactly. Exactly. John Jackson, how long will you guys be at Max Muscle Nutrition tomorrow? We will be at Max Muscle Nutrition tomorrow morning from 6:30 in the morning to, we don't have an end time on this show.
Call it
Generally.
9-ish.
Call it 9-ish. It could be 11-ish. It just depends on the show. Like, generally, we're on from about 6:30 in the morning to 9 something. Tomorrow we'll probably be done around 9 o'clock. So come on by. Like, we'd love to see you guys. We'll have t-shirts. We'll have mega tickets. So come on by, say hello. And yeah, we'll give you double entry into the BYU contest if you stop by and say hello as well. Yeah, would love to see you there, JJ. Shane Meyer tips us $5 and says, I apologize. Shane, it's all good, dude. Shane's apologized like 3 times. I apologize for my Mormon butts comment earlier. I was just kidding. On behalf of all Iowa Staters. Oh, you're an Iowa State fan. That's it. Can I just tell you, it's not an Ames, but Dubuque. The worst drive of my young 20s. Well, really, it was I used to play baseball on a semi-pro kind of team, and we would drive places to play.
Right.
So we played in a tournament in Dubuque. I got a ticket driving into Dubuque. I got a ticket in Dubuque, and I got a ticket driving out of Dubuque. I kid you not. I will never forget my friend Bob sitting in the back seat. He had gotten hit by a pitch and had his face had like a huge bruise on it. And the cop legit was like, is there any criminal activity going on in this car? I will never forget that.
Yeah.
And then the girl I was dating at the time, her family was from Des Moines. Was from Des Moines.
Right.
And like a year later, I was driving back to Des Moines, got a ticket going through Dubuque. I should have
They don't play
in the city of Dubuque, Iowa.
They don't play.
There's a bridge. And anybody who's in Iowa or has been to Iowa will know what I'm talking about. Mrs. Monty will know what I'm talking about. There is a bridge where you drive over the bridge into Dubuque, and then there's like a old like toll stop or something.
Yeah.
One of our mattresses is at that toll stop as well.
Oh.
Because the crap hole of Dubuque also was the place where when we were moving from Northbrook to Sacramento back in the day, I think that was 2003, when we were moving from Northbrook, Illinois to Sacramento.
Right.
Yeah.
We had a Ford Explorer with a mattress tied to the top that was essentially a spoiler or like downforce of all
it was
kinds.
like a giant sail.
It
that
really
was
was.
holding us back.
And it was killing our gas mileage, so we dumped it in Dubuque.
I'm hoping it's not still there.
Our human DNA is on that mattress.
You know, that was a long, long time ago.
So the people that hacked your Netflix this morning, they probably want my DNA. So go to Dubuque, you pricks. Anyway.
Somebody hacked my Netflix?
No, his Netflix.
Time to change.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't have a Netflix account.
You do.
I don't have a Netflix account.
So you deleted your Netflix account now. Okay, if you're just tuning into the show.
I ain't about it.
If you're just
I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it. I got like 5 emails this morning that someone logged into my Netflix account from the Philippines.
So wait. What did you do with those emails?
Go ahead, have your fun.
Did you delete them?
No, have your fun. Go ahead.
Hey man,
Go
I
ahead.
got an email.
Have your fun.
Let me go ahead and click these links.
Have your fun. Go ahead.
Jake, click the links in
Have
the
your
email.
fun. Have your fun.
It's not camera time for Mrs. Monty, but her jaw is hanging open in awe of your stupidity.
I know. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I know.
Did you click them on your computer?
No, on his phone.
At least that's a little better, but
You're dead.
yeah.
All right, Mrs. Monty coming up in about 15 minutes. Want to get to a couple other things here because there's a lot of people commenting this morning. JC Destroys Ankles says, sorry, I won't be able to see you guys tomorrow going fishing with my kids for trout. However, probably should go fishing for Jake's Netflix password.
You should.
You'll catch more with Jake's Netflix
So
password.
did you shut down your Netflix account
Yeah.
then?
It's over.
He deleted
I
it.
deleted it. Yeah.
He says he never watches it.
What am I?
Yeah.
Am I ever home?
It's like it's cool.
No, I'm being like, am I ever? I'm being serious. Like, I don't think people understand how long.
Like, are you like? Anyways.
Talking with Raphael podcast suggests the password of capital E, capital A, capital S for Eastern, capital C for Conference.
Yes.
MIN.
Yes.
2769.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota plays in the East.
You guys ever want to kick it? We'll flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, Jake.
No, you don't. But it's fine.
I don't. But you're hysterical.
I know.
You are. It is so funny to me that people still. You said that one time for like 3 seconds 2 weeks ago, and it's all you've heard.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is all you've heard. Anyway, Shane Meyer says you have paid for that bridge in Dubuque with all the tickets they gave you. Yes, I have. Many times. I used to get, no, I'm not, we'll talk about this later. Mrs. Monty will relish in what I was about to say. So I want to talk about Draymond Green. Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors is due for a contract extension. He is going to play this year, and then we'll have a player option for 23-24. Draymond Green said yesterday that he wants a max contract extension from the Golden State Warriors, which would pay him $160.2 million, an average annual value of 32.8. Jake, are you extending Draymond Green?
I mean, it just depends on which direction the Warriors decide to go. I wouldn't make the decision on Draymond until I made a decision on Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole and many of these other guys. Like, yeah, Draymond is a key player to what they've been doing, but I also think that, that's a lot of money, and Draymond's already said he'll go somewhere else to get his money. So if that's the case, then I have to look at all my options. I really do. Like, I think the totem pole of loyalty in Golden State is obviously Steph number 1, Klay number 2. I would think Draymond number 3 because he was part of the original group, and then from there I think you're Wiggins and then Poole. So I don't know. I do know that they've made a lot of money. I do know that they've been to the finals a ton. I do know that they probably can absorb it. So the question just really is, how bad, does Golden State want to continue to be where they are right now?
I think if you're Golden State, I think you almost have no choice. But I agree with you. I think, when you look at Klay and you look at Wiggs, I think Andrew Wiggins is a hugely important part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you win a championship without Andrew Wiggins.
The question for me with Wiggins, though, is can he do it year over year? Can he contribute at that level? Can he be the same guy this past year, this coming year? Because the thing with Andrew Wiggins that everyone was saying was, well, he should have never been an all-star. The guy's a bust. Like, that was a scrub all-star vote. He should have never made it in, but then he ended up being a super important piece to what they did. So I don't know. That's my concern with Wiggs is the consistency there. Will he be that same guy where the mid-range is automatic, for him when he gets the ball? The defense is there. The effort and energy is there. I got to think he will be because not much has changed culturally speaking for the Warriors. So I think you're pretty safe extending him and paying him. But Draymond has had one bad postseason out of like 7. So the consistency piece is there.
Yeah, I certainly think that you have to, on some way, shape, or form, I think you have to figure out, what his value to your team is, and you have to figure out what'd you say he's going to be 37 at the end of that?
Yeah,
max?
I mean, he's going to be 37 at the end of his deal. So I mean, this 37 for Draymond is obviously a little different than 37 for other players. Draymond plays a physical game. Draymond is somebody who they rely on to play against guys who are bigger than him oftentimes, play different roles. Like, so physically, he needs the athleticism in his body to be able to keep up. Like a guy like Steph, when Steph loses his first step, when he starts to lose a step a bit, he will still be able to play in the league as long as he wants to because of his ability to shoot the basketball. So that's why I say, I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence right now today. I probably would go Wiggs over Draymond just because I think there's more longevity there, but the loyalty to Draymond is not in doubt.
They don't win without Draymond.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing.
And I think that he does so many things. The thing that he does so well is he allows Curry to be off the ball. He allows Steph and Klay to run the baseline. He makes things possible. He is Everything his fast break, his outlet passing, his rebounding, like his defensive prowess. He's one of the best defensive players in the NBA. I don't see how you don't give Draymond Green a max extension here. In today's crazy world, you're paying Steph Curry $50+ million a year for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that $32.8 million for Draymond Green on average is too much? That doesn't seem logical. And the other part of this I think you have to wrap your head around is there's not a fan of the NBA watching this show or otherwise who wouldn't want Draymond Green on their team.
Yeah.
As a diehard Bulls fan, I would take Draymond Green on the Chicago Bulls today. Absolutely. Put him in the Bulls uniform. I'd love to have Draymond Green on my team. You hate him when he's not on your team, but Draymond Green is a winner. He's got 4 rings. The guy's got Olympic gold medals. The guy's a defensive player of the year. The guy is a phenomenal teammate. You have to pay Draymond Green because I think he is foundational to your organization.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. Let's get some of your comments in here. Big Dog O-Town. Sign Beasley, Whiteside, keep Vanderbilt, develop Kessler, keep Don. Let's do this retool with 48 games, get a 6th seed and see what happens.
Shout to Mobamba.
There's a lot of people in on that. Gesundheit. Fat Jesus says, Jake, I'm a Nigerian prince. I have some great opportunities for you.
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks.
Pudge NYC says, Monty loves mentioning DNA.
Yes.
Probably. Ruff's official says, wow, the scammers got Jake to delete his Netflix account. They did. They
Just
did.
like that. It's that easy.
Brandon White
I
says,
legit, you know why it's so easy? Not to cut you off. You know why it's so easy? Because I'm never home. I'm never home. Literally ever.
you're not. Not now. We'll tell you why coming up at
No, but like just generally
8 o'clock
speaking,
tomorrow morning.
there's not like some like it's no secret. Like we do the show, like we're together all the time. Life is a little different. I'm just never home. So I just like, I don't need it.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
The beauty of the Netflix is that you don't have to be home to watch it.
No, I'd agree with that.
I watch on my phone all the time when I'm on the treadmill.
Okay. Eric and Raleigh says no max extension for Draymond. Really? Teddy Wayman says I wouldn't extend him for the max. No way. Brandon Whiteside, Warriors smart. Draymond is a fake good player. He would be Scott Padgett on another team. Would he really? No. Am I overvaluing Draymond? I think his defense alone makes him worth 32.8.
It's easy to say that he's not a good player because he's defensive minded. You know, and he's not a stud scorer. I mean that's the thing that people do.
I think what Brandon is saying is that Steph and Dre have made Draymond, or Steph and Clay have made Draymond, and I would put it the other way around. I think the ability of Draymond Green to make the extra pass, his ability to set screens, roll to the basket, like his rebounding.
You're talking about a guy that can handle LeBron. Like, let's not undersell Draymond.
Has handled LeBron. Like, Draymond Green's a really good player. Gabe Levely says at least Minnesota in the East got people to stop talking about Jake breaking up with chicks who look like his mom via text.
Apparently.
You know.
Apparently.
You
yeah, according to you, I only date people that look like my mom, apparently.
You've had a history of that.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean,
Right.
I ain't wrong.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Tanner Plummer, hey, guys. Scott Padgett was a beast with the Jazz. No, he wasn't. Kanai Johnson says Wiggins and Poole is what helps Golden State win the championship. Don't disagree.
I agree.
Kay Nurin says he should use Zach's mom's boyfriend's name as a password.
He broke up with you over text message?
He did. Ruff's official says the Dubs won't pay a max for Green. I don't think they will either, by the way, Rob. I agree with you on that. JC destroys ankles. I think one stat Draymond will consistently own will always be technical fouls.
That's who he is, man.
Truth.
That's who he is.
Tanner Plummer says, Jake, since you like KD so much, your new password should be ringchaser357.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I like that.
Everybody's got password jokes now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great.
You know. Mike Pressler says, would just like to welcome the Utes to the Big 12. Okay.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Kanai Johnson says, Curry, Clay, and Dre, they built that arena. They did.
They did.
I think they owe it to him.
They do.
I think they owe it to him. You know, like, and people blowing up this phone, man. You know, it is what it is. I think they do owe it to him. I would agree with that. Gene Stream Gamer says, Draymond plays a big role. The energy he gives his team is unmatchable. I would agree with the
and they're
energy part
definitely a
of that.
different team without him on the floor. There's no doubt.
Yep. Let's see. Side note to your Dubuque story, Keith Carl says, people get pissed when outsiders make fun and pronounce it as Dubuque.
Wait, people really pronounce it that way?
Dubuque? It's Dubuque, bro. Like, I mean, idiots out wandering around is probably the most slander that you can drop on an Iowan. I think that much is very true. That I think that is what is the slander. But Dubuque, is that how you pronounce it?
Dikembe?
Whoa, that is way zoomed in. Whoa. Hey, Mrs. Monty, good to see you. How do you pronounce Dubuque?
Dubuque.
Thank you. Good to see you. NY Jazz fan says the Utah Jazz will take Draymond. Him and Beasley would be yard dogs.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have to give up almost the entire Gobert trade. Yeah, true. I wouldn't trade for him. I think he'll get to free agency. I don't know what he'll get offered. He'll get to free agency. Talking with Raphael podcast says that would pay the max. That seems low compared to Beal's contract, even though Beal hasn't won a ring yet. Dre's got 4 rings.
Yeah.
Are we forgetting that? That's crazy. Kenai Johnson says Draymond is like Dennis Rodman. He is. I agree with that. James Knight says, sounds like you have quite a bromance with Draymond, Monty. No, I just have respect for his game.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's got four rings. He's got 4 rings.
It's not an accident.
And you know what? Again, when you talk about winning rings, like, it's not that he won 4 rings 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, they just won again. And he played a pretty pivotal part in that.
Yeah.
He stays healthy. He's durable. He rebounds. He makes the little plays that nobody else wants to make. I mean, I don't know how you don't respect Draymond as a baller.
Yeah.
Now, do you like the flopping? Do you like the bitching and whining at the officials? Technically, I don't. But as a basketball player, I would love to have him on my team.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him on my team. There's no doubt about that. All right. Jeremy Bolton. So let me get this straight. Draymond deserves a max because of his defense, but Gobert doesn't because of his defense. Defensively, Gobert is better than Draymond. No, Gobert is not a better defensive player than Draymond.
No.
Is Gobert a better rim protector? Yes. Is he a better perimeter defender? No. Can Gobert guard LeBron? No. Can Gobert guard 4 different positions? He cannot. Can he dribble? He cannot. Can he play with his back to the basket? He cannot. Can he shoot a 3? No. Can Draymond do all of those things? Yes.
Can Draymond change a game by getting a technical foul?
He can. Can Draymond pull down a rebound, run the floor, and make a pass to the best 3-point shooter in history? He can. Draymond Green's a better, more all-around player than Rudy Gobert, and it's not close.
Yeah.
It's not close, and maybe I'll take that to my grave. I don't know. Greg Hawkins says, haha, Jake is really dealing with a lot today. Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine, dude. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll be good.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
You seem upset.
No, I'm fine. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
No, nothing. I just care about you.
No, you don't.
On an interstellar level.
No, you don't.
Ouch.
What do you mean, no, I don't? I mean, anyway. Tanner Plummer says, I would take Draymond on the Jazz in a heartbeat. So would I. Kenai Johnson says, Pippen is Clay, Michael is Curry, and Draymond is Rodman. I could get down with that.
I think that the thing here
Klay
is,
Thompson and Scottie Pippen are very similar.
The conversation is the commitment till he's 37 years old at that financial level. I'm telling you, Draymond's fall off will happen, and it will be more aggressive than other players. That's the problem here.
Fat Jesus says, I only date women who look like your mom too. Hi, Mrs. Monty. Exactly right. Jake Tanner says, you're never home, Jake. Do you sleep in the streets?
Yeah. That's funny. We were just talking about this last night.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. It is what it is. Michael Burton says, I'm here now.
Well, hello.
Well, thank God we're saved.
Man.
Michael Burton's here. Good to see you.
We're only here for one reason.
To win Mega Millions tickets tomorrow at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition.
Hello.
Max Muscle Nutrition. I don't speak for a living, so it's fine. I mean,
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't have to worry about that. Tomorrow morning, 6:30 to 9:30, we will be at Max Muscle Nutrition in South Jordan. Come by, pick up a Mega Millions ticket, get a Monty Show t-shirt, chop it up. Let's talk about it. Jeremy Bolton says, I'm with James Knight. Draymond only has 4 rings because of Curry and Clay.
Nah. Totally disagree.
I don't think so. He says the year they were injured, Draymond was terrible. Well, but take any great tandem off a team, and what's that team going to be? I mean, Draymond's only got so many assists because guys knock down threes for him. So I don't think that's his fault. Dre has 4 rings, Alex says, with 2 of the greatest shooters of all time, and 2 of those with the 2 greatest shooters of all time and the greatest offensive players of all time. But
so wait,
that's Draymond's fault?
So wait, Kevin Durant not winning with Kyrie and and James Harden. We're if you're going to sit here and say that Draymond only has rings because of those two guys, then what do we say about LeBron not winning as a Laker? What do we say about Durant not winning as a Net? What do you say about Giannis having some of the best players around him?
Yeah.
Like, let's not take away what Draymond has done, man.
Yeah. James Knight says Rudy is a 3-time Rim Protector of the Year award winner.
He is.
He is.
He is.
Yeah. Dot Pop says they would have 5 rings if Green doesn't get suspended a game. Well, there is that.
There's a fair look. We're not
There
saying
is
that
that.
Draymond's perfect. Like, let's be clear. We're not saying that he's perfect, or certainly that he's the best player on their team. But what I am definitively saying is they don't beat the Cavs without Draymond Green. They don't beat like many of these teams without Draymond Green. He has made many plays that have like propelled them forward.
I would agree with that. Kenai Johnson says Jake is a streetwalker night stalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Probably not.
No. Giggity says Draymond is a guy you hate until he's on your team. Pay the man. Totally
Yeah.
agree. Justin Morrison gives us a $10 tip. Iowa State grad. What do Big 12 candidate schools mean when their fan bases don't think they fit Big 12 culture or are too good? Utah, others, I know how we see ourselves, but how do you see us? Ames, Iowa, you know, look, I mean, there's the Denny's is always clean in Ames, Iowa. I mean, steak and I hope you have a steak and shake. It's a college town. You know, the women are natural, I think. You're not Iowa City.
When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer.
Ames is better than Dubuque, I think, though.
Dubuque.
Dubuque. I'm
Afghanistan.
trying to fit into the Iowa culture.
Right.
I think Iowa State is not a basketball or a football school. I think Iowa State's got a small culture. I think the Big 12 needs to grow, and it needs to grow fast.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like quickly. Michael Burton says Draymond is the glue guy for defense, and he can play big or small. I'd take him. Yeah, absolutely. A couple more on this. Let's see. James Knight, the noted Draymond hater.
Right. Draymond
set a great pick and gives the officials a good spray. Max him up. Okay.
You talking about Draymond or Rudy?
Sexy. Shane Meyer, we don't have a Denny's in Ames. Maybe someday. Oh, is that right?
Damn.
Do you have Steak and Shake? Okay, Ames, Iowa.
Wow.
No.
Okay. So.
Do you have a Steak and Shake? Do you have a Jack in the Box?
They
now
must.
we're talking.
They must.
Now we're
They
talking.
must have a Jack in the
what
Box.
do you have
Come
that
on.
Salt Lake doesn't? You have a Jack in the Box in Ames, Iowa.
I'm so tired of Salt Lake not having Jack in the Box, man.